What would you say are the main reasons people fail? Is it just their body isn't yet ready for it? Or do you think it's a mix of mindset as well?
So a good proportion will fail because they've just been unlucky and they've picked up an injury. So let's maybe put it into thirds. Probably a third of the people who fail. Fail's the wrong word because I think you've got enormous success just for having done the training and got to the start line. Maybe they don't quite do the last 5% of that journey to finish the race. But yeah, very roughly, a third of them will pick up an injury or blisters that are sufficiently bad that they can't carry on. You could probably analyze that group again and put some of them into just unlucky to pick up the injury or blisters, and some of them have just been poorly prepared, and that's why they've got blisters and injuries. Another third will have just overestimated their capability. And whilst it's brilliant that they've got the ambition to attempt the event, they probably were never going to succeed. And the last third are the mindset group who just don't deal with all the wraparound challenges of completing the event. And it might be the hot weather, it might be the wet weather, it might be the food that we're providing isn't quite what they want, it might be their tent mate they don't quite get on with, or they find the tent too small, or they just don't like being in an environment that has a bit of structure, like you have to start the race between 6 and 9 and dinner is at this time. Any combination of those factors just melt their head. And whilst they could have physically carried on, they don't. There's quite a number of people who fit into that category. Another good way of looking at it is when you look at the finishers and you look at maybe the back 50%, whilst they are competent and experienced as runners, these are not elite runners. These are often the back third of a race runners. But what they are is determined, they're focused, they're well prepared, and with those attributes, which are mental approaches, they find success in an extraordinary challenge, which some people who are far fitter and faster fail at.
That's a much more positive spin on it rather than the bad things.